Hello and welcome to Gallery Watch. I'm Nadia Hunter and today we're in Fremantle for a very special exhibition and awards night. It's hosted by the Watercolour Society of Western Australia and there are over 150 watercolours here tonight and we're waiting in anticipation for who will win some of the coveted awards. Amazing exhibition and also an awards night.
It certainly is. This is our annual awards night, obviously held once a year. And we're really pleased to be in the Italian Club in Fremantle for the 10th year running.
And how long have the awards been going for?
35 years. That's as long as the Watercolour Society of Western Australia has been in existence. We've actually got a West Australian lady member who's living in Queensland and even she sent 2 paintings over.
That's dedication, isn't it?
It is, definitely, yes. We have wonderful members like that, yes.
And talk to me about some of the categories for the awards night tonight.
Okay, the major category is the overall winner award, which is obviously the best in show. The next one, I suppose, is the general award. The majority of paintings go into the general category. We have over 180 paintings in the general category. And obviously that's sort of almost like a second prize to the overall winner. Then we have our special category, which is different every year, and this year we are really pleased that Fremantle Ports have sponsored it. The Fremantle Ports, it's the Fremantle Working Port category, and they gave us specific instructions on what they wanted it to be, and we have 30 entries for that. Then there's the Still Life Award, it speaks for itself. Again, 30 entries, and then the Innovative Award, which is for the innovative use of watercolour painting. And each of those paintings that are in that category have an explanation by the artist of why it's an innovative painting.
It sounds fantastic, and I have had a sneak peek, obviously, at some of the pieces, and the Fremantle Port ones are absolutely amazing.
Stunning.
They really are. Well, thank you very much, Sue. And I was just going to ask you, actually, how long have you been president for?
This is my 3rd year.
Yeah. You look like you're loving every minute.
I do. I love it. I love the society. I love the members. I love what we do. We're such a proactive society, and the members always respond to all the weird and wonderful ideas that we come up with. It's great. And you can see what we've been doing we've been to China, we've been to 3 international exhibitions in Italy. We go to one of the most interesting and the best projects that we have is what we call our Charlie's Artist project, where our volunteer members go to the oncology department or the cancer centre at Sir Charles Gardner Hospital, and they paint there in the waiting room with the patients to give them a gentle distraction for while they're waiting for whatever it is they're going to be experiencing, and it's been a huge success.
That sounds like very good work indeed.
It is. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Dr. Michael, thank you for joining us. Can you please tell me about your role as patron?
Yes, well, actually it goes back a little while when my wife was the original patron. And when I sadly lost her last year, the Society asked me to take over. And so as patron, I'm there to support the Society. I'm there to provide any guidance that they may seek. In particular, I'm there to share the celebrations, such as tonight, but above all to make sure that they feel that they are certainly part of the total exercise in going forward and producing art of a superior quality that we can all enjoy. And I'm just happy to be part of it and part of the exercise in celebrating.
And you're also listing the awards tonight.
Well, I believe I'll be doing a couple of things. And I will be presenting some of those tonight as well. I'm not sure all the detail, you'll have to ask Susan that, but I'll have the great pleasure of opening the exhibition, and when I look around and see the watercolours and the detail in them and the textures and the stories and the depth that it presents, I just get enthralled by them. So I have some at home as well so that I can enjoy. And they're by artists from this group, so I'm pretty proud of them.
And do you know any of the artists personally? I mean, the Fremantle Port ones, are some of those Frio locals? Or?
Well, that I don't know, but I'm about to find out myself. But what they have is they have a particular theme for the night where people can obviously make entries in that category, but they also have the other theme, the other divisions as well, such as the general and others that they have. So it's quite an exciting night and celebrates watercolours right at their very peak. And when you look at the fact that they are international as well with their endeavours, and they move around and display in places that are very prominent in Italy and China and others, you've got to admire the spirit of what they're trying to achieve and the commitment that they have and the high standard that they follow. And I must say I'm very proud to be patron, as was my wife, and while I can help and support the Watercolour Society, I will continue to do so.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Ken.
My pleasure.
Welcome to Gallery Watch. Can you let me know a little bit about why you're here tonight and your involvement in the Watercolour Society in this exhibition?
Thank you. Well, Jackson's been involved with the Watercolour Society for many, many years. Jackson's is a proud sponsor, one of the major sponsors of this exhibition. It's probably one of the top art exhibitions that we're heavily involved in, and proud to be a supporter.
So you have, how many years, have you been involved in the sponsorship?
I would say in excess of 15 years. And that I remember, and I know even before then, been heavily supporting. So.
And how long ago did you open your first Jackson store?
Jackson's this year has been celebrating 60 years in business. The first store opened up in William Street, Perth, and it's basically most of the stores have been in excess of 25 years in the current locations. We've been relocating them obviously to bigger and better stores, but we're well known of where we're located, and we don't like to try moving them too much.
It's easy to think that Jackson's is probably going to be going from strength to strength based on the fact that these are all WA artists here showing tonight, and the talent is just extraordinary.
Yes, no, very, very pleased. We get to see the quality of the art. We looked at the materials that people are using, and excited that they're actually developing new products, new ideas, innovations. We're excited to be involved in it.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, and wonderful that you are a sponsor of tonight.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome to Gallery Watch. Just wanted to ask your involvement in the fantastic display of Fremantle Port paintings that we have here tonight.
Well, Fremantle Ports is very proud of the working port of Fremantle. We think it's the heartbeat of Fremantle. We do support the arts. We've been supporting this particular event for quite a number of years, and I'm really thrilled to see the standard of work and the range of work that's on display here tonight.
And is this the first time that you've actually specified that you would like the works to be from Fremantle Port?
No, we over the years, I guess, we've had discussions and suggesting that it is nice, since it's such an important part of Fremantle, to have a flavour of Fremantle as one of the categories, and so this isn't the first time. It's been a little while, and it seems to have been very popular with the artists, and you can see that from the work that's on display.
Absolutely. I mean, the subject matter.
Well, yes, I've worked there a long time, and I regard the working port as a piece of living theatre, really. It's changing all the time. All of the different players, the tugs and the pilot boats and the ships that come in and out and the cranes that are working. It's a fascinating environment, and it makes a wonderful subject for watercolour.
It absolutely does, and the pieces on the wall tonight are a testament to that.
Yes, I agree. I'm really delighted. I'm interested to see who's going to win the prize tonight. I'm really pleased that the relationship that we've established with the Watercolour Society of Western Australia is such a strong one. It's lovely to come here and see so many people from not just the Fremantle area, but from the areas around attending this event and supporting it. And we're very proud to continue to be a supporter of it too.
Well, I absolutely love this section, I must say, so I'm really glad that you got involved.
Yes, no, it's a real pleasure to be involved. As I say, Fremantle Port supports a lot of things in the community, and some of them are in the arts area. I love watercolours, and so do many people who work at the port. We have quite a nice collection of various kinds of art at the port, and it was just a natural for us.
Well, thank you very much, Ainsley.
It's a pleasure.
Wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your presence here tonight. Are you here to support an artist? Or
Definitely, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, here to support the lovely Dana Shave, who's just here now. I find her art is very specific, very detailed, and at the same time she's able to blend her colours beautifully. So I do really like her work. It's really lovely, yes. So.
And have you had a chance to look around the
No, we only just
exhibition?
arrived a short while ago. I'm seeing one of Dana's projects there. And I'm kind of thinking everyone seems to have been to the port and made it. It's very interesting, all the different subjects or different way people have painted areas of the port. So, yes.
Are you a local to Fremantle?
No, I live in Bull Creek and come to Fremantle a fair bit. Yeah, it's very good.
It's a beautiful city, isn't it? And have you been to this awards night before?
Yes. Dana lets us know when it's on, and of course we always come because we want to see her work, which of course we also see when we visit her home, and she's got a lovely lot of stuff on display in her home. It's very, very nice. Yeah, it's good.
Fingers crossed, and enjoy the evening.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Are you an artist or supporting the event?
No, but we come every year. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. No, we've bought a few paintings. There's some beautiful. We always try to get here early too, because the first couple of years we came, we thought we'd buy that, but they all had red knots on them. So now we make sure we get here first night. Yeah. No, but there's some stunning work here.
Anything particular that you have your eye on?
I like all the maritime. I love boats, so I love it, and I notice there's a big emphasis on that. Yeah, no, it's great because everything's so beautifully. It's well within the reach of ordinary people. So why would you buy a print when you can get an original that you can buy here? Yeah, it's sensational stuff. Yeah.
Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this very short break. Welcome back to Gallery Watch. We are at the Watercolour Society of Western Australia's annual exhibition and awards night. Congratulations, David.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Talk me through how you created this.
Basically, this is the South Perth. It's the old mill, and I live across the road from there, and I've been going to do this painting open air for quite a while. One day I was basically short of time to go down to Fremantle, and I thought, right, I'll just go across the road and paint it. And the light was right, and I just went across, and here we are. It just turned out right,
And how long did you spend on it?
3 hours. Yeah.
And can you talk me through why do people sort of say that watercolours are one of the most difficult sort of mediums to work with?
Yeah, it's quite correct. And most people shy away from watercolours because basically you do only get one chance, or you can change things a little bit, but not too much. But there's certain things that you can do, and once you understand that, then as long as you work within those parameters, it'll be fine. But most people tighten up, and that's the worst thing you can do. In actual fact, the best thing is to be loose and not try to fight the medium. Work with the medium, and then you're okay.
Have you been doing this for a long time, or?
3 years.
And what inspired you to pick up your paintbrush?
About 7 years ago, I basically just, my wife found a part-time art course, And as a child, all I wanted to be was an artist. And northeast of England, industrial town, go and get a proper job. So I was getting a proper job. And the talent was hidden. And 7 years ago, I went part-time, started doing a bit of artwork. And then I found watercolours on site with a guy called Alvaro Castagnet. And I saw his style, and that was it. I was hooked.
Well, congratulations. It's absolutely stunning, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much.
Jude, congratulations, overall winner of the entire exhibition.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you so much. It's so exciting. And it's such an honour because I think looking around tonight, the other artists have done such an amazing job. So I feel very, very privileged to win the honour of overall prize.
And tell me about this piece. Where were you when you did this?
Well, this is sort of a long process. I always like to work in a series of things, and I've been working on a tree series, and this is the culmination of my tree series, and also behind me is a landscape of mine. And I was on the recent trip to China, and I loved the art in China there. The depth of their skills and the level of expertise is just extraordinary. And I've also just had my studio built at home this year, and I've facilitated 3 workshops for Chinese professors who've come down. And I think after watching them, you get a real feel for great tonal contrasts in the painting, and also their lovely sense of depth and colour and slight abstraction. So I think this was the final painting, so I'm so pleased I kept going.
And why watercolour?
Oh, watercolour is a wonderful medium. It's very low toxicity in relation to like oils. You've got fumes and pigments. The brushes are hard to clean. Watercolour, you just rinse your brush, put it down, and you can just walk out and leave it. You can't do that with oils, and you can't do it with acrylics. If you're on a cruise ship, for example, they always teach you watercolour, often have watercolour classes, but never oils because of the toxicity. And it's a medium, I think, that so many people can enjoy at all different levels. You know, someone said to me once, when do you call yourself an artist? And I said, well, you know, if you're a tennis player, no one says to you, when do you call yourself a tennis player? I said, you play tennis, you're a tennis player. If you practice art, even if it's only once a week, you're an artist. And it just goes on from levels. It's however you want to, it's something you can take as far as you want. And it just gives so many people so much pleasure. Yeah.
Well, enjoy your night, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you so much.
Lucy, congratulations, winner of the Still Life category.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed painting this a year ago. I saved it specifically for this exhibition, and I don't normally put in for a still life. And the first time I've done it, I've won first prize, so I think I might have to do it again.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's great, really great. It's an honour, actually, to win it. Yeah, an absolute honour.
There's some incredible pieces here tonight, isn't there?
There is an exceptional standard at this exhibition. We try to tell all of our artists to paint their best for this exhibition, keep their best for this exhibition, and they have. And it's one of the best exhibitions, I reckon, in Australia of a club's watercolour paintings. It is the most magnificent place to see good paintings.
Do you think it's underrepresented, watercolours?
Of course it is, and if you go to the museum, a lot of the watercolours are in drawers. They're not displayed because they don't want the light and the air to fade them. So they're not exhibited, and we use such strong colours these days that I hope that when the future comes, when these artists become renowned for their work and the ability, maybe in the future, more of them will be displayed in the art galleries, etc., without being in drawers.
But it seems to be a very popular medium to work with, though.
It is a popular medium, and I think people are realising it's not the difficult medium that everyone thought it was.
I've had 2 other people say contrary to that.
Well, I'm a teacher of watercolour painting. I teach drawing, I teach watercolour painting, And as I said to people, it's what you know. You can be a doctor, and if you know what you're doing, it's easy. When you're an artist, if you know what you're doing, it's easy. And if you're taught the right way with watercolour, watercolour is the most wonderful medium to use because you let the watercolour work for you. You don't have to work it. It works for you. And as you can see, the sorts of things that you can get with the watercolour is quite amazing. So I'm very happy that this has won an award, and it encouraged me to do some more still life, I think, too, and to teach my students more still life. Yeah.
And what would you prefer to do? Is it sort of more landscapes, or
I do everything. I did
everything other than still life? Up until now.
Yes.
Up until now. Yeah.
Everything until, yes, that's right. I paint people. I love painting people. I did the children over there. I've done the fishermen there. I do a lot of landscape, but I love painting people in my paintings. So I do a lot of people. Yeah, I love it. I think it's fantastic. So I love watercolour painting. And if you need to be taught, just let me know. I'll give you lessons.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hello Pam, congratulations. So can you tell me a little bit about the award that you have won?
Okay, it's the Innovative Award, which to me means that you strive to do something out of the ordinary, something a bit out of the box, I suppose. It's the second time I've won this award, so I'm particularly proud of winning this award because I think it's just it suits me. You know, I'm not a traditionalist at all, so when they brought this category in, I was over the moon because it just suits the way I paint and the way my brain works. And painting on Yupo paper is one of my favourite things to do. I find it just exciting because you never quite know, you're never in control, so you never quite know what's going to happen. I had the idea, I had the frame, and I knew what I wanted to put in it, but you know, you're never sure that it's going to work the way you want it to. So I saw a photo of this and I thought that's exactly what I want to paint. So I went away and thought about how I was going to do it. So I started by putting on a few colours and then I sprayed it with alcohol, which gives it some of these little marks that you can see here. And then let it dry and then just worked into it where it needed. And all this type of thing here that you see, it does that all by itself. So it's just, sometimes you've got to leave it alone and just be happy with what you've got, and then other times you have to manipulate it to get the effects that you want.
And can you tell me the difference between the paper that you've used and traditional papers?
Yes, Yupo is a plastic paper, so the water, it's shiny, so the watercolour just sits on top of it. When it dries, if you re-wet it, I could get rid of that whole painting by re-wetting it if I hadn't sprayed it before I framed it. So, you know, until you spray it, it's never quite finished. So if you've got something you love, spray it straight away, because you could go back and if you've got children, they might have been playing and you've lost your painting. So
I'm sensing that this particular type of paper wouldn't be good for an indecisive artist. Because they could keep reworking it and changing it.
Yes, the first time I worked with it, I actually threw the rest of my paper out because I thought, oh, this is ridiculous. You know, I tried to put a layer on and then layer on layer on layer, which is what you normally do in watercolour. And of course, when you put the second layer on, you wipe the first layer off. So it doesn't quite work like that. It's a totally different way of working the paper.
Well, that's all we have for today's show. I'm Nadia Hunter. See you next time on Gallery Watch West TV.